Hello, Coach Kayla here, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about being able to ground and center yourself and how important that can be. So, do you ever find yourself, and I know we all answer the same way, ever find yourself feeling overwhelmed, maybe a little bit anxious, like you can't turn your brain off, feeling you have to give everything to everyone, maybe you have 7,000 things on your to-do list and you don't even know where to start, or it's 9 o'clock at night and you're still at work and you don't see an end in sight. I have this happen to me all the time. I see it with so many of my clients. In fact, I was having a conversation with one of my clients, mindset clients yesterday, about this very thing. It's this idea that we just can't turn things off. And because of that, it's exhausting. A lot of times it leaves us very exhausted. And a lot of this kind of actually comes from a little bit of this idea that in life we have to be able to do it all. So when I asked, what does mental toughness and what mental performance training mean to you, a lot of times what I hear is it is the ability to be really gritty. It's the ability to push yourself harder than the next person, or it's the ability to take on a lot of things and still be able to be there for everybody else, and be, or it's the ability to, when things get really tough, just push through. And while those things are true, and those are a big, huge piece of being mentally tough and doing mental performance training, it's not really the meat and potatoes of mental performance training. One of the reasons that our mental toughness can be so amazing is when we utilize it to be able to find ourselves and to be calm and at peace within ourselves. And through that, when you're calm and at peace within yourself, then you actually have the confidence to, one, take time for yourself, two, give yourself some self-love, which kind of relates to this one, and then three, when you do that, that allows you to then give yourself more fully to others. Mental toughness and doing mental performance training isn't necessarily all about how to become super, super gritty, but rather how to fuel your mind and how you talk to yourself in a positive way that allows you to find peace, calmness, and faith in yourself, so that in any situation that arises, you have the ability to walk through it with positivity and finding the next level you. That's where it's more about. And that is done through really simple things. And today I want to share you something really, really simple to kind of help ground you, help bring you back to center when things maybe are starting to feel very overwhelmed. And this is called the 100 breath technique. It's very, very simple. All you're going to do is you're going to sit nice and quietly, you're going to get nice and comfortable, and you're going to close your eyes. And you're going to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Each time you do so, counting your breath. You want to do this for a span of around 2 to 3 minutes, counting each breath. And the reason being is that by counting each breath, you are fully focusing on that breath. Now, your mind will probably wander during this time frame. That is okay. When you start to notice that it's wandering, bring it back. Focus only on counting and focus on yourself breathing in and out. In and out. And what you do, so you do that for about 2 to 3 minutes. And that allows you to then get kind of a number. So maybe in that 2 to 3 minutes, you get to 30 breaths that you've counted. That's great. The idea behind the 100 breath technique is that you want to do 100 breaths in a day. So maybe in the morning you get to 30, and maybe some other time during the day you need some space to calm down, so you do 15. And so then you're at 45. And then maybe some other time during the day, you had a horrible conversation and you need to bring yourself back to center so you can move on with your day. So you do 20 more. And the idea being is that you eventually get to 100 throughout the day. And so then you're doing 100 breaths throughout the day. And the why this is so powerful is, I believe, multifold. So one, taking deep breaths really helps to center us. and to calm our sympathetic nervous system down, our fight or flight response, and to slow our heart rate, slow our breathing, which then allows us to slow everything else down. That's really important. Number two, I think it's also really important because it anchors you. You're focusing on only your breathing in that moment, in that time, in that space, doesn't allow you to focus on a million other different things. It only allows you to focus on your breathing. That keeps you present. So that's training your brain to use your breath as an anchor to stay present. And then three, it is you taking 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or maybe even 30 seconds for yourself in that moment, in that time, or in that day. And that is really important. We have to learn to take that short amount of time in ourselves to be able to ground, stay focused, and be calm for us. Not calm for other people, but calm for us. And by doing this technique, it can really help you to do that. So I challenge you guys to try this 100 breath technique. Try it every day for a week. See how it goes, see how it brings everything down to you, and let me know. I'd love to hear if you find it relaxing, if you find it invigorating, or if maybe you just find it really grounding. I know for me, doing this 100 breath technique is very grounding. So again, I'd love to hear how it goes. I challenge you again do it for a week, and by doing it for a week, you'll be able to incorporate it hopefully into a daily routine and train your brain to be able to use your breath to anchor you back into present. Thanks, guys.